There's something mesmerizing about watching an expert build a complex machine. It's impressive to see them shape it into a beautiful result. There's also a compelling quality to family drama. American Chopper provided both of these elements. So how did they deal with its cancellation? Keep watching to learn what happened to the cast after the show ended. Paul Teuteul Sr. Paul Teuteul Sr. was the owner of Orange County Choppers. He managed to keep the company alive with a new team after the show ended. This didn't keep him from legal troubles, however. His former business partner, Thomas Derbyshire, sued him in April of 2017. He claimed he'd used the money he gave him for personal expenses. He also alleged that he purposely delayed production and refused to film scenes with the Coons family of American Choppers, even though they signed a contract. His lawyers denied these claims. He was sued again in July of 2018 by JTM Motorsports. They claimed he'd made a deal with the company to promote their brand if they fixed his Corvette for free, and that he didn't uphold his end of the bargain. These court battles made Paul Sr.'s debt even worse. He reportedly owed over 50 creditors more than $1 million, but only had a net worth of only $1.8 million. His Montgomery, New York estate on the market also went into foreclosure. He owed $870,000 on his $1.5 million mortgage in 2016, so he put it up on the market in 2019. He sold it for $1.65 at a loss compared to the original $2.9 million asking price. He filed for bankruptcy a few months later in July of 2018. Paul Sr. then tried to get back into his passion. He established Orange County Choppers and Museum in Florida in 2021. It houses 15 of his most iconic motorcycle builds for fans. It also includes a museum, restaurant, and music venue. Time will tell if it'll bring enough money to restore him to his former glory. Paul Jr. The drama between Paul Jr. and his father was part of what made the show interesting. It got even worse and went to court behind the scenes. His father fired him from Orange County Choppers, the company they co-owned. He also signed a non-compete clause saying he wouldn't start another similar business. He tried other projects, such as designing a dog park in Montgomery, New York, and restoring Coleman's Road Trip Grill. The non-compete clause eventually ran out, and Paul Jr. started his own company, Paul Jr. Designs, in 2010. It created the idea for the spin-off series American Chopper Seniors vs. Junior. Paul Jr. is enjoying his current life. He's been married to Rachel Beester since 2010, and they have a son. His design talents aren't going to waste either. He helps create motorcycles for video games like World of Warcraft and movies like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. He started PJD Electric, an electric motorcycle company. He also wrote a book about his life and launched a podcast in 2021. Michael Teutel. Even a reality show can have its comic relief, such as Chumley from Pawn Stars. Mikey Teutel filled that role for American Chopper. He was always ready to provide a quip or serve as a mediator during the arguments between his father and brother, but they eventually became too much to handle. His alcohol addiction left him ousted from the business. He went to rehab and came back to Orange County Choppers and Paul Jr. Designs. Time off helped him discover himself. He founded FarQ LLC, a pasta sauce company. He'd found a new passion for art and opened an art gallery in Montgomery, New York that closed in 2014. He also created a web series to highlight homelessness in New York called Bummin' Around. He also has a YouTube channel where he creates short documentary videos and parodies. He even dipped his toes into stand-up comedy. Jason Pohl. Jason Pohl always wanted to be a designer. He joined the Marine Corps in high school, but got a bachelor's degree in fine arts instead. He started to work on a licensed pinball game with designs from Orange County Choppers. Paul Sr. was so impressed, he hired him. He went from motorcycle designer to industrial designer after American Chopper ended. He may not be famous for it, but he designs unique parts using 3D printing. He's the brand ambassador at SolidWorks. He also has his own company known as Jason Pohl Designs. He presented his favorite at the Makers Design Summit. Jason has appeared in a few shows since American Chopper, including the spin-offs American Chopper Sr. vs. Junior and Orange County Choppers in 2013. He was never known as the hothead of these programs, but he did throw a motorcycle off a lift in one episode after criticisms from Paul Sr. At least he never has to deal with that again, because he now lives a peaceful life with his wife Crystal and their 4 children. Vincent DiMartino. Vincent was the charmer and fan favorite of American Chopper. He worked at Orange County Choppers from 2002 to 2007. He was just as passionate about his work as any other cast members, but his dream was to start his own business. He told Record Online that being his own boss would let him build his own way and treat his customers the way he wanted to. His first attempt was a motorbike business called V-Force Customs in Rock Tavern, New York. He co-founded it with co-star Cody Connely. They attracted clients that would help them later. He also worked with Paul Jr. at Paul Jr. Designs on American Chopper Sr. vs. Jr. while running that business. The two former co-stars still collaborate today, but don't see each other as often as they'd like. The market shifted, however, and forced Vincent's business to change. It eventually morphed into DiMartino Motorsports Automotive and Truck Repair. They offer maintenance for bikes, cars, and trucks. Nick Hansford. Nick met Paul Sr. at Daytona Bike Week in 2000. He joined Orange County Choppers as a bike servicer and Southeast distributor in 2002. He appeared on American Chopper and Orange County Chopper until 2019. He worked with the other crew members but never became one of the most famous. He remains a bit secretive today. He's married and lives in Virginia with his wife and 2 kids. There aren't many other concrete fans known about his professional or personal life. Rick Petko. Rick is experienced in all areas of metal fabrication. He's a master blacksmith and metalworker. He appeared on Orange County Choppers for 13 years until the show ended in 2010. He also stayed with Paul Sr.'s custom bike shop. He showed up in the 2013 series Orange County Choppers and the 2018 revival of American Chopper. He had to leave once he got married, and a 3-hour commute became too much. It all worked out because he found a great job and got to take his family to races and bike shows. He became a custom fabricator at Pocono Mountain Harley-Davidson in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. He's close to the shop's owners, and he loves the freedom his job offers. Cody Connely. Cody was the youngest member of the American Chopper cast, but he showed immediate promise. Paul Sr. and his company paid for him to study at the American Motorcycle Institute. That goodwill only lasted so long. He filed a lawsuit claiming he wasn't fairly compensated for his work there. The case was settled and all the charges were dropped. It strained their working relationship, but the screen wasn't done with him. He showed up on American Chopper Sr. vs. Jr. from 2010 to 2012. He left in 2017 to join Vinny DiMartino at V-Force Customs. He then joined Paul Jr. at Paul Jr. Designs. He's one of the more private members of the cast today. Reports say he works at a utility company. Now it's time to hear from you. Were you a fan of the show? Who was your favorite person on it? Let us know in the comment section below.